That's the sound of the new Lectric Xpress 750 watts. We'll check it out next on Crisscross. Let's go. Alrighty, bikers, so you saw the Lectric Xpress 500 watt review. I've already done that. Today we're going to talk about the 750. It is the exact same bike with just a few differences so far. So we'll go over those today. And we're also going to put new handlebars on here, which are right here. These have an up 3-inch rise and a little bit of a back sweep to them. And they're going to sit right here to make the ride more comfortable because I lean too far forward on this e-bike. It's not the most comfortable position for my riding tastes. So we're going to swap those out as part of this video and do a nice ride test with it. So let's talk about the differences first. So this is the 750 watt motor back here. It's the M24 electric motor, peaks at 1310 watts, 750 watt nominal. And that's paired with a bigger battery down here. So here we have a 14 amp hour versus the 10 amp hour on the Lectric Xpress. Now, along part of that is a bigger controller as well. So on the 500 watt, you got a 20 amp controller, and there's a 24 amp controller here in the hidden in the down tube down here for the 750. And the motor is also more powerful, has more torque to it. So you're looking at 85 newton meters of torque versus 55 on the Lectric Xpress 500 watt. So I'm going to make this bike kind of my primary express bike I ride. You can see I put a electric comfort seat post on here for a little suspension to soften up that ride in the rear. Of course, you got the nice TC80 fork they put on there with lockout and preload. Of course, you got your light, 27.5-inch tires by 2.1, hydraulic brakes. You got a tail light and you got a front light as well. You got quick release pedals down there. You got a nice stiff kickstand there on the rear, and just an overall very nice design for that road style e-bike that was missing from the electric lineup. Well, I had to move to plan B because I could not get the shifter off. There's a screw underneath there, and my screwdrivers cannot turn that thing. It's just the metal is kind of malleable, and I can't get a good turn of the screw, so I can't get the gear off. So we're moving to plan B, which is a stem riser going right here. And here's a look at the new stem riser I'll be using. I had a different project, but we're going to use on this one. And I'll have to use the handlebars for a different project going forward here. But you can also accomplish the same thing with a adjustable stem that gives you a pivot at the top of it and acts as kind of a riser as well. But we'll use this for now and raise the handlebars a few inches. So we're just going to unpop this top pin up here, unscrew that, and then you got to unscrew these two right here. You know, lift this off, put the new riser on, and lift these back onto the new riser. Okay, now the riser's on there, and let's see how. Oh yeah, I have a much more upright posture with this setup now. So that's an even easier way just to raise these bars. It takes 5 minutes, and it's going to make your ride much more comfortable if you don't like bending over like I do. And here's a look at the new riser there from all sides. This is a Wake. I'll put a link in the description. You can basically, there's all kinds of these on Amazon. They're all basically the same universal size for the fork. So I think it's 25 by 8 is the diameter, maybe something like that. But again, I'll put a link in the description. You got to make sure you tighten up these two as well, in addition to the ones up here. All right, so we're working with a 1299 e-bike with a torque sensor. So top speed is 28. I've already unlocked the e-bike, and let's do a top speed run here. We'll start out with the throttle. It's got a nice kick off the line, by the way. Next to that 85 newton meters of torque, it's 18. There's 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 27.5. Yeah, I ran out of room. 27.5 there. We'll try it again maybe on a different stretch. I was going to do a hill test. And I'm going to compare that to the 500, Xpeak 500, or Xpress 500 hill test. Well, first I'm going to use my throttle here to get across the road. Okay, so it's easier said than done during lunchtime. Alright, here we go. All throttle. Boom. That's nice and quick. I just feel so much more comfortable with these with this riser on here and being more upright. Just much more comfortable, more relaxed versus this. You can get the step through with the swept back handlebars and also the adjustable stem, which is nice. I would have just put an adjustable stem on here for the step over if I were them, but that's one of my only quibbles about the bike. Top speed right here. 18, 19, 20. Can you work those pedals? 24, 25, 26. There's 27. There's 28.3. 28.1, yeah. Ooh, you gotta work there. But you'll get it. Good stability too with no hands, as you can see here. Alright, let's do a throttle only test there. Of my test hill now. The Xpress 500 watt did 9 miles an hour with throttle at the top of the hill was minimum speed, and then 11 miles an hour through pedaling. So if this is truly a more powerful bike, and on the specs it is, we should beat those numbers. So let's see. So we're trying to beat 9 and 11, 9 on the throttle. So I'm hoping to get 10 miles an hour cresting up here with the throttle. So we'll see. Right now we're at 17.5. That's a pretty good speed for a 750. And here comes the steep part here. So I'm hoping it won't drop below 10. So here we go. Put my hand over this so you can see the screen better. 14, 13, 12. Oh yeah, 11.0. So 2 miles an hour better than the Xpress 500. All right, so we crested minimum speed at 11 miles an hour with throttle. That means we should get 13 might be the lowest with pedaling. So let me go back down and we'll try this again. All right, here we go pedaling. Again, torque sensor e-bike. They typically don't do that well on hills, but I was pretty impressed with the Lectric Xpress 500 watt, and the 750 should be no different. Now this particular motor is the Stealth M24. For whatever reason, the one I have here, it seems noisier than it should be. I have to reach out to Lectric about that, but this one seems a little more whinier than the 500 watt was. Sometimes when your factories are producing these things, they don't put enough grease in there, or there could be some issues like that maybe, but it's not a deal breaker or anything. It's not as loud as the Expedition, that's for sure. Okay, here's the steep part. I'm in fourth gear here, 12 miles an hour, gaining speed. Wow, 13. So I'm putting more pressure on the pedals. 13.4, 13.5, 13.2, 13, 12.9. So yeah, I did 2 miles an hour better almost versus the 500 watts. So this bike is basically essentially 2 miles an hour faster pedaling or throttle in terms of just getting to that speed you want. So there you go. Nice job. All right, there's your Xpress 750. So the basic reason I get this e-bike versus the 500 watt is longer range and more power, guys. That's what it's meant for. So it's 2 miles an hour faster than the its younger brother, And for $12.99, it's an awesome value for that kind of functionality and features you get. You can buy a rack and fenders for this extra. I think they're like 99 bucks for those if you want to add those and make it more of a true commuter with that functionality. But out of the box, it's just a great looking e-bike, and Lectric's going to sell a lot of these e-bikes in the coming months and years. Again, flaws wise, not a whole lot to complain about except for that step over handlebar situation. I would have put an adjustable stem on there if I were them. But the motor itself is a bigger motor versus the 500 watt. I think it's a slightly bigger housing there since it's a 750. And other than maybe the name on here, it's the exact same bike. You see the 750 printing there. The Express 500 has nothing on there, just says Express. But this is just a great looking e-bike. It's fun to ride, there's no rattles, and it's definitely a winner in my book. So I'll put a link in the description. Check it out. Lectric is selling a lot of these, and $12.99. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next Crisscrossed. I'm out.